The hardest part of Pokemon Pocket? Deciding what to spend your pack points on. You get 2 free packs a day, 5 points per pack, that's 10 a day, around 250 per season if you miss a couple days. But here's the twist. Your points are locked to the release that you earned them from. So say you open Celestial Guardians. You then earn Celestial Guardians points that only buy Celestial Guardians cards. It's not a general currency. Hey, I'm Dolly, a day 1 player, a proud whale, and a seasoned ranked trainer. This series breaks down the must-have cards so that you don't waste your pack points on mid-pulls. Let's make those pack points count. So coming back to this series for a second time now, I've realized that the most bang for buck is going to be the 3 diamond cards, simply because they're the hardest to pull, because even the 4 diamonds, which are the EXs, have multiple versions, so like the pull rate of you actually getting the EX in general is going to be naturally a little bit higher. So you know, when it comes to the 1 diamond or 2 diamond cards, that includes trainer cards, so I do include a couple of those, but realistically, like a 1 diamond card I'm not going to include as often, unless you're really focusing on one pack and that diamond card happens to be in the other pack and you just want to, you know, use it to improve either old decks or a hot new deck right now. So, you know, just to get you started and get to play with it right away. So with that out of the way, I think I'm gonna start these with 3 of the best, like the top 3 EX cards, just because obviously the EXs are the most worth going after. And then kind of dive into maybe a couple trainer cards because those are important for battling, and then finishing it out with other cards that I think are really great. So I'm going to try to stick it to a top 10, but because this has 2 packs to it, I'm going to do a couple honorable mentions as well. So with all that out of the way, let's actually dive in. So just cutting right to it, Ho-Oh EX is the best card to chase from this release, which isn't that much of a surprise because when you look at the pack covers for the recent releases, whatever card that Pokemon is in that pack is typically one of the best cards in the set, and Ho-Oh just ramps so many different mons. All normal types just got buffed with it. Any water, electric, or fire type most likely got buffed by it. It's just such a great Pokemon, and yeah, it definitely deserves new art, but I don't know, maybe it came out by the time I'm recording this, but and coming in at number 2, I'm gonna have to say Espeon EX, which came in as a surprise to everybody pretty much. But you know, when you look at it, we just came off of Eevee Grove, and when you look at the evolutions specifically, only Water and Psychic have like multiple evolutions, which you can really benefit off of because you have both regular Eevee and Eevee EXs. So typically a Water deck or a Psychic deck based around Eevee is going to perform the best because you have the most options to make the deck list run real easy. And now that we have Sylveon EX, which was an absolute meta game changing card, paired with Espeon that heals, I mean, it's gonna be a solid deck list when you really look at it, you know. And then you've got Espeon, base Espeon to counter things. You've got base Sylveon to benefit off of all the evolutions that you have. It's built to be a great deck, and I think, you know, this is probably going to be one of the top 3 meta decks in, you know, this at least season. So Espeon EX, you could argue could even be higher than Ho-Oh EX, but I just think Ho-Oh EX just benefits more across the board. So it's kind of up to you to decide. And coming in at number 3, I'm kind of cheating because it's really tough to say because this card got countered immediately before the meta even really hit, and that's Crobat EX. Arguably the best stage 2 EX that we have, or top 3 at least. This thing is so fast, it's so good, it's so easy to theme a deck around this, but it got countered so fast. At the time of recording this, it's hard to say because it didn't really even have a chance to shine, but maybe as things die down, it'll be better. So I definitely say Crobat. It's a fan favorite, it's really good, but if you're not trying to get countered like that, at least at this moment, I would say Donphan EX was also, I was wrong about. I didn't think it was gonna be that good, but man, yeah, when you pair this with Rampardos, or you pair it with Coach Lucario, I like to pair it with Passimian, because it just naturally gives those extra 2 energy that Donphan's looking for to increase its attack. It's just a really cool card. Fighting's always kind of been in a pretty good space, so Donphan EX is welcomed. I would definitely say he's worthy of spending pack points on as well. And coming in at number 4, I'm also kind of cheating here because there's 4 cards here, but I'm gonna say babies in general. whichever ones you need, really. Not all of them. I'm only going to recommend 4, and that's going to be Pichu or Magby because of their energy toss, fixing the going first problem. Cleffa is also great, being able to find the Pokemon that you need out of your deck. Thinning is winning, but also Tyrogue. He was kind of a surprise good card because, you know, you really underestimate just being able to swing for 20 for free while powering up something else on your bench. Not bad, really not bad. So I would say any of those 4 coming in at number 4, ironically. I was wrong about this card too. I think a lot of us were. Silver. And this is only going slightly above the other trainer card that comes after this, just because it really is being used in the meta a lot more. And when you look at decks like Darktina, Silver was like the only new card to enter that type of deck list. So that's why I'm giving it the nod here to go in number 5. Just being able to see your opponent's hand in the first place is already pretty good. It's early game or late game, but also pairing it with its other effect where you get to discard a supporter from their hand is also great. In the beginning of the game, being able to discard a Professor Research from them can really slow them down, or at the very end, like in those last 2 turns, knowing I bet they have Cyrus, I bet they have a Sabrina or something like that, and being able to discard that from them is just crazy good. So I do have to give the nod to Silver here. But coming in at number 6, I'm gonna still go with Lyra, because being able to swap, you know, you're not technically retreating, or like with Leaf making the, you know, retreat cost less, but you're still then technically retreating. The whole swap text is so good for so many Pokemon like Dragonite, the new Ninetales, lots of cards benefit from this. And just being able to keep, I'm a big fan of keeping the momentum going and not having to burn energy and stuff like that. So, and being able to pull out of a bad lead, you know, so not bad. I really like Lyra. And coming in at number 7, we gotta put a tool on here, but dude, Dark Pendant might be the most disgusting tool to have to swing into. And I know it's not as versatile as like Rescue Scarf is, because Dark Pendant's only towards the one typing, but man, it's themed with other cards in that typing. Like there's other cards that discard, like Crocodile, Houndoom, Murkrow. It just, because it themes so well with that, it's a disgusting, I hate having to swing into Dark Pendant. Really makes you kind of play a little bit differently, and it's a big deal. That's a big deal. So coming in at number 8, we're gonna kind of go back to other super beneficial 3-diamond cards, and I've got to say Typhlosion is one of the best cards we got. It's shocking that this is not an EX, and that's why it's on the list, because its effect is so good, because we've had so many cards like Hypno where you have to flip the coin, or Grafaiai where you have to flip the coin. No, Typhlosion just says, you're burned, and they lose 20 damage, you know, at the end of the turn regardless. So it's not as crazy as Greninja's effect, but it's still pretty good, because if they fail their coin toss at the end of their turn, they get another 20 damage, you know, to them. So sure, it's only to the active, but if they fail, it's twice the amount of damage. So I don't think as many people are talking about how good this card is as like they did with Greninja. So Typhlosion's definitely on the list. And coming in at number 9, I'm really surprised people just kind of forgot about this card so quick. Maybe it's because there was 2 packs and there was just that many more cards to deal with, so it was just an effect of that. But if this card was in one of the, you know, expansion packs where it's just the 1 pack, this would, everyone would be talking about this card still, and that's Jump Bluff. Being able to retreat your active for free is crazy. That's crazy good, and there's a lot of cards that benefit from coming in that turn, or being swapped in that turn, or just, you know, having the flexibility of being able to just constantly retreat whatever, no matter the retreat cost, is just an awesome effect and definitely worth going for. Coming in at number 10 is probably the hottest take of this entire list, but I have to put it on there because it's fun and it's a meme, and especially if you're free to play and you're just looking for a good deck to build. Dude, Magcargo is just a fun deck. I'm sorry, it is. Especially if you let it be the only mon on your side of the field. It's gonna deal the 150 for only 2 energy. It's crazy, it's crazy. So it is a meme deck, but it's worth going after just to build something real quick, because I think it's only 2 diamonds. Now I'm gonna give an extra 3 honorable mentions here. The first being Eevee. The only reason he didn't make the list was because I spent the entire last list going over so many different Eevee cards because it was Eevee Grove, but this is the best Eevee. This is the best Eevee. It's only 1 diamond, so it shouldn't be that hard for you to pull, but it's worth getting absolutely. If you just weren't able to pull this for whatever reason, get it. It's worth it. Just to boost any of your deck lists from the last set or anything like that. Great card, and you can slap it into anything. It's colorless. It's like the best. It's goated. Get it. You'd probably think I'm crazy if I didn't include Elemental Switch on this list somewhere. It's really only good for those 4 types, which I know is like half the types, but you know, it is a great card. Absolutely chase it. I just thought that maybe the pennant would be a little harder for you to get. I can't remember which ones are in which packs, but yeah, absolutely Elemental Switch. And I saved the best for last, and I'm gonna put Corsola here because it's got 80 HP for being a basic, and it's Find a Friend for colorless energy. You can slap this in anything. So, I mean, obviously Eevee has the whole set behind it with things like Eevee Bag and being able to evolve into all these different types of Pokemon. That's why I think I'm putting it a little bit higher than Corsola. But if you're looking for a mon to just find a friend and stuff, Corsola is amazing. So, but hey, thank you so much for watching the video all the way through. Let me know in the comments what cards you're planning on spending your pack points on, or let me know what other cards that you think are worth spending your pack points on for any of the other trainers that are watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, may your packs shine, your battles be won, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. Take it easy. We got a shout out Raven in chat earlier. Dude, yo, guys. The fan art from Raven Anthony in chat. I mean, that's sick, right? Look at that, dude. First fan art ever. W's. Let me see them dubs in chat.